Hello, and let's start right away with President Trump's address to the nation. The rationale for the primetime speech was an update on the conflict with Iran and maybe a hint of when it will end.
Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred.
There's speculation the Trump administration is making contact with Iran's president, more of a ceremonial position, and that country's Speaker of the Parliament. But in this speech, there was no mention of negotiations, as he has previously suggested were underway. As Americans and much of the world struggle with high oil prices because Iran's output is stopped and shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, about 20% of world oil production, have only been okay with the U.S. and Israel for just a few days now. Here's what Mr. Trump said about the Strait, steering clear of telling other countries to open it themselves and provide indirect benefits to average Americans.
It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat.
A little journey. If you were waiting to hear a clearer progression to the end of the war, here's what you got.
We are in this military operation so powerful, so brilliant against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days, and the country has been eviscerated.
The president's concluding comments in less than 20 minutes offered a positive outcome.
When it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before.
Now, I, like most Americans, hope for an end to this war. But let me ask, what of anything new did the president say? What was the reason for the speech to put him into the spotlight on a day when astronauts set off for a trip around the moon, hopefully, and on a day when Donald Trump took the unheard-of step of any sitting president going into the Supreme Court chamber to hear arguments over his attempt to end the 14th Amendment's giving birthright citizenship to any child born in the United States. A majority of the justices, by the way, seem to be against his administration's position on that. What did we hear that has not been said for weeks about the Iran conflict? Please hit the subscribe button and allow alerts to let you know each time I post. And as my time with CBS News Radio is ending in about 5 weeks and the network is shut down, I'll be trying to do more and more to be creative. With Ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.